All right. How many New Year's resolutions have you made in your life? And how many didn't even make it past the 2 week barrier? I mean, I've done this a million times. Well, not literally a million, but a lot of times until I changed just one thing. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Let's go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stacked, your bridge between fitness and life. Amazing to have you here. We're constantly producing even more incredible content just like this. So if you want to be a part of something awesome, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment below, and blast that like button if and when you feel we've earned it. So how do we turn that fleeting New Year's resolution into something that's habitual long term? What determines the success or failure? Is it really just one simple change? Oh yes, my friends, it is. And we're here today to talk about that. That determining factor is purpose. It's finding your why in life that will ultimately decide your fitness fate. I touched on this a little bit in my first video if you want to check the quick summary out, but I wanted to dive deeper. I wanted to give you guys an entire walkthrough on what finding your purpose really means. We're gonna do the same for goal setting, so stay tuned for that as well. People who try something and fail, or procrastinate, or make up excuses are not focusing on the purpose behind their actions. They're ignoring how amazing their life could become if they took that action and only looking at the barriers. Asking yourself why and making it real breaks down those barriers to the amazing abundance that lies just beyond them. So, do you know your why? Do you know the purpose behind each of your actions? No matter whether you think you've got it nailed or you've never even thought about this before, we're gonna give you a quick tutorial on how to truly define your purpose and make it motivational so that your new default becomes action and not excuses. By upgrading your defaults, your life will become amazing. Of course, you'll be tempted to do some of the easy things time to time, and yes, you can cheat, but by defaulting to a higher level, your entire life will benefit. Now, it's best to do this process somewhere where you can write everything down. This process could also get a little emotional, so it's best not to do it even if you're not writing in the car or somewhere public, because you never know what's going to flow out of you. And I want you to write down every single thing that pops into your head, because if you don't write it down immediately, then it's going to fly off somewhere. Even the best ideas sometimes are the most fleeting in your memory. So make sure that you capture everything as soon as it happens. And just to be clear, this is about finding your purpose in your entire life, not just in your workout. By living in your purpose, you have to become a better person. You have to have the energy and stamina to stick it out no matter what it takes. Just like somebody who starts a business in something that they love and becomes financially abundant, having the ultimate physique is a byproduct or even a prerequisite to living in your purpose. Okay, so here we go. First, I want you to ask yourself a series of questions, and then we're gonna pause right after this. And I know, as cliche as this is, it's a good question to start with. What would you do if you had no financial hurdles to overcome? If you just could do whatever you wanted to do, what would that be? What would you do with your time? What would you buy? Where would you go? What charities would you support? Like, what would your typical day look like if you could do absolutely whatever it is that you wanted? Here's another good one. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Would you start a new business, drop 100 pounds this year, date a celebrity, climb to the top of a mountain in your underwear, whatever? What would you do? Now, that was a little trip down fantasy lane, but let's bring it a little closer to home and more real. What do you currently have in your life that's awesome, that you just lights you up, that you couldn't imagine living without, and no matter what difficulties you're going through, you can look to this and just put a big smile on your face. I mean, for me, it's my wife, my son, everything that has to do with my family just completely lights me up no matter what's going on during the day. What is it for you? And finally, ask yourself what you hate to do. What's currently in your life that you just can't stand? Or something that's not in your life and you're like, wow, thank goodness that's not there. I can't imagine having to deal with that. Or what are you tolerating currently that needs to be completely crushed and wiped off the face of the map? Think about that. So take a moment to ponder these questions. Write them down if you need to. Go back over the video if you forgot what they were, because we're about to do a complete brain dump on anything that comes to mind regarding them. And as you do this, see yourself as the person that you would need to become to make all of this happen in your life. Get strong, be bold, do whatever it takes to get into the mindset of that type of person. Is this type of person how you are right now? Or do you need to seriously work to have the energy and vitality that it takes to live this kind of fulfilling lifestyle? Write everything down regarding your physical abilities and mental capacity as well. And as you're writing things down, I want you to see this through the lens of what's unique to you. Driving a Ferrari and chilling on the beach is pretty universal. Anyone could write that down. But what do you love to do that you could share with the world? What's unique to you that other people would look at and be like, wow, they love to do that? I can't imagine having that in my day. I'm so grateful to be able to pay somebody in order to take care of that for me. Those are the things that are really gonna drive you, because other people are gonna be like, wow, look at that, he's amazing. I can't imagine doing that. Look at the skills and talent that must take. But for you, it comes effortlessly because you love it, because it's your purpose. Think of it through that lens, and this will be much more fulfilling for you. Stop the video and do this right now. The longer you wait, the less chance you have of actually getting it done, and the less impactful it will be overall. All right, welcome back. Now that you have everything written down, we're going to go over your complete mess that you have on your page and select the top 3 from each category, or a couple, or whatever really gets you going. Now that you're looking back over it, like, yeah, this is the one. This is what I can really gravitate towards. This is unique to me, and it's going to really motivate me, and I can see myself using this in my future. These are now your purpose pillars. They're what everything else stands on. They're your new defaults for action. If somebody asks you to join them in something or a new project or whatever, and it aligns with these pillars, you're gonna say yes without hesitation. If they don't, your default is to no, unless it's something that you really, really have to do and you're just gonna get it over with. But you're moving towards your pillars and you're accepting things that align with them, and that is your new go-to. Now visualize again yourself as the person who is getting all of these things into their life. What does your body look like? What are you attracting in your life? How are others responding to you? What are you doing differently? Write all of these things down. Lock it in. Use this energy. Use this vitality. This is the new you. Write down what you're feeling right now. Be awesome. Be that person right now. Let's go. All right, welcome back. You should be feeling pretty good at this point. You have just taken the first step to designing the new you. Congratulations, this is awesome. This gets me pumped just sharing it with you. All right, I'm super happy for you. But now, in order to really, really sink it down deep, we're gonna have to take you back into a stark reality, and you're not gonna like it. This is where it could get a little bit emotional on the negative side, but this is totally worth it in the end, and I'll show you why. Here we go. Now, you may be ready to just get out there and start making things happen, but if you don't see the negative side of not doing these things, then you're not gonna have the long-term motivation to stick it out. There's survey after survey of terminally ill patients. They go in and they say, what do you regret in life? And almost none of them say, I regret doing something. They all say that I regret not doing things, not fulfilling my purpose, not going for it. Don't be that person. This is no longer you. You're an action first person now. You're taking this energy and you're going for it, but you have to see the consequences of not going for it. So in order to do this, we're going to look again into the future. Only this time you've changed nothing. You're just skating along, digging down deeper into your rut until your eyes are just above the ground and you see these tiny little humps, but to you they seem like huge, gigantic barriers that you can't possibly overcome. You get more and more upset and depressed, and you just feel like there's nothing you can do to change it. Those around you are just passing you by. They'll stop by to give you some sympathy, but there's no real connection there. They're moving on with their lives. Your body's deteriorating. You're not making any strides at work. And then you sit there and you look back and you're like, wow, look at all those wasted years. I could have done something to change it, but I didn't. And now I'll never get that time back. That's what I want you to focus on now. And write it all down. See yourself missing out on everything that could be possibly abundant in your life. Just going through the motions is not living. But that's what is in store for you if you don't take action right now. Pause the video and do this right now. So now how do you feel? Probably pretty lousy, right? And that's the point. That's the future that is waiting for you if you don't take action. If you just stay in your current routine and don't do anything to change it, life will pass you by. The late great Jim Rohn said, in order for things to change in your life, you need to change. You can get a new job or a new relationship, but run into the exact same problems. Why? Because you take you with you. Unless you become the upgraded person that you want to attract in your life, others will treat you the exact same and you will continue to run into the same issues. But never fear, I'm here to give you hope. Neither of those scenarios that you just ran through in your head have happened yet. It's up to you to determine what your future looks like. Is it the exact same that you've been doing your entire life and getting no results? Or is it the new, awesome, amazing, energetic you? Your last assignment for this video is to organize everything. All that you've just read and written down in your mess of a page, your pillars, organize them, if they're not already, into something that's easily legible for you each day so that you can focus on it and change them as necessary as you progress. What I do is quickly reference them each day. I write down or I view what I'm moving towards and what I'm moving away from, and that keeps me motivated. It gives me the fuel for the rest of the day. And then either 6 months or annually, I'll totally refresh everything. I'll go through this entire process, really get emotional, and write down whatever comes to mind. Get another brain dump going, and then say, oh man, well, that's changed. I don't have that in my life anymore, so I need to update this. Or, wow, I didn't even think of that before. This is awesome. This gets me going even more. Like, this is something like that. So that happens on a 6 month or an annual basis. And then I keep working each year to make it better and better. And remember, there's no wrong answer here. It's you. It's unique to you. It's what's going to get you going and what you can share with the world. So share it with us. Post it down in the comments. Let us know how the new you is going to operate. What actions are you going to take? What's your purpose in life? How do you feel that this will impact your life? Will it keep you in a peak condition? Will it get you to work out more? Will it help you get a promotion or start a new business or start a relationship or a family? Whatever it is, How will this impact the future you? Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to blast the like, subscribe, and notification buttons so that you always catch our latest content. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, stay energized, confident, and sexy, my friends. Peace.